Hey everybody, welcome to the mental ward where you don't have to be mental, but it's sure the
fuck helps.
It's good to be back. We got the man today. Good friend of mine.
But say, where is he? Holy shit.
Where's that guy?
He does dry bar comedy, he fills up arenas, theaters. You are the fucking man. One day when we grow up, we both want to be like you.
I want to know this arena I'm apparently filling up. That's news to me.
Okay, maybe I gave you a little bit more credit.
Sometimes I have a hard enough time filling up fire halls, and VFWs.
But you do clean bar comedy. Do you do well at that?
Yeah, I typically do very well on the cleaner shows. Dry bar comedy, of course, was a clean platform. I was on a television show on TBN. That's the Trinity Broadcasting Network. That's a faith-based station. I did a set on there. Went well. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, and I'm trying, and quite frankly, as we're swearing and talking about, slurs.
Yeah. Great start to the show.
Yeah, great, yeah. I do try to, get into the church market a little bit more and more, actually, because my comedy is clean and typically. And
Interesting, because when we eventually start our comedy club, we're going to start doing some Christian comedy.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Having people come in to do that.
When are you planning on having that going?
We are
like a real comedian. He's got all of his plans set up.
Everything.
We are in the plans. We're just, you know what? We're
TBD.
We're looking for a basement like the Funny Farm has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the rest of the funding to go.
I'm about to say, you work out an agreement with the place and say, hey, we'll run the basement, we'll do this, and you guys sell food.
We're looking from Madison to Mentor.
Okay.
To open a comedy club.
Are you looking for like a weekly thing, a monthly thing?
A weekly, regular comedy club.
Wow.
Feature, hopefully, over 100 seats so we can get enough people in there to pay or whatever. Because they're killing for comedy in that area. I don't know.
That is true. There is no club in Lake County.
Yeah, it's years ago when I was getting started, Jerry Jaffe was running Toast Toast Place. Mm-hmm. And when he first started it, I kid you not, every other Wednesday gig. For the first year, every other Wednesday was packed.
Really?
It was packed. It was a free show, but all those people went to that particular side of the room for comedy. It was my favorite non-comedy club ever. Yeah. And it still might even be. Like, you go back and I think about all the fun shows I had there, all the great memories, awesome
we've done that a couple times.
We've done Toast.
Yeah.
Well, I've done Toast with you once.
Yeah, we've done Toast together, but I'm telling you, the original days of Toast, nothing beats it.
Yeah, that's what I never figure out when I'm there. I see the room full over on the other side, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, come in here.
Come check it. No, I mean, it was legitimately, like, I performed in front of 150 people in that room before.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they used to jam-pack them. And then, of course, that was pre-COVID and everything.
Right.
and whatnot.
Yeah, now it's after COVID, nobody wants to leave their house for some reason.
Yeah.
It seems like every year they change the liquor drinking laws to make it even harder to fucking go out and have a drink and have some fun,
I also think I don't know if it's our fault. I don't want to make it sound like it's our fault as entertainers, but we need to really do a better job at trying to get people to come out to see us too.
I'm looking for a magical way because I do something every day to promote something.
Yeah, and
I'm looking for a magical way to just make them appear, to see the talent that we bring in. At Wardy's Laugh Factory.
You really do need to make an effort for yourself. And I used to have this, I don't know if it was debate, but conversation with other comedians about, we need to build up the scene. Quite frankly, no. You don't have to build up your scene. You need to build yourself up. Right. You need to build your audience up before you start worrying about everyone else. And then you bring, hopefully you bring your people along for the ride with you. That's literally what everyone does.
Yeah.
And what you will see, someone like Joe Rogan moves to Austin, Texas, and he brought the scene with him.
Yeah.
And where the names go, the people will go, kind of thing.
I'll be there in May.
And Austin?
Yeah.
Are you going to try signing up for?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I'm going with Marty.
Really? That's going to be a fun ride.
It's gonna be a fun flight. I can't do that.
Oh, you're flying out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you flying out there just for comedy? You flying out there for business? Okay.
Yeah, anything you hear that I'm going to be traveling, that means it's for comedy.
Yeah.
Because my job sucks a dick. I drive a tow motor.
Okay. Hey, that actually sounds kind of fun.
It is fun sometimes, but, not whenever the machine's all empty at the same time and they're like, where's my stock?
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm not trying to advocate for Joe Rogan or anything like that. I'm just using him as a clear
it's
example.
a great example for it, though, because you have that whole entire scene in Austin now that is just
popping.
Yeah, one of the biggest comedy scenes that there is really now.
And
who would have thought? Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too where I mean, you'll even see it locally where a bigger name will pop up at a place, or they'll be running a show, and then all the other comics are trying to get on that show in front of that particular person.
Right.
So, and usually they'll draw an audience or whatnot here and there, but yeah, it's. We got to figure it out for ourselves first before you start figuring it out for your scene. If you're running a club, you'll. It's hard to say because I was talking to a club owner a while ago, and they said something along the lines of, it's really on the comedian to be the draw and not the club. And I thought that was kind of weird that a promoter was telling me, we don't want to promote anymore. That's kind of a
that
crazy.
Never stops with me. I'll always, no matter if I have a 200-seat room, I'm still promoting every day.
I feel as if at the end of the day, it's a collaboration between the performer and the venue, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I'll say this too. Like, if you find a place, let's say it's a basement in a restaurant. Excuse me. You find a place to do that, have business cards printed off for them so they can give that out to every single person that comes to their thing. Right. Oh, hey, thank you for, patronizing our restaurant today. Hey, just let you know we got a comedy club here. Bring this back for 15% off tickets. Right. I don't know. Right. Something to get them in your door at least that first time.
Yeah. Well, I get it. We'll talk about that off set.
Sorry.
Remind me, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
I got a bad.
Got to run through
I got stuff to add to that. I just can't. I can't lie.
Got to run through a couple comments real quick here. We got Big Mort saying, "What's up?"
What's up, Big Mort?
Is this Deanna? E-Rich? She says, "Hey."
Hey.
Hello. David Ward says, "Fuck off, Jimmy." So like usual. Yep.
Every week.
David, I agree with you. David, I endorse that message.
And Ray Highclack chimed in and said, "Dan Brown, homie for life."
That's my juggalo.
Yes.
Him and I, we paint our faces like the ICP. We're not even going to the concert. We're not even seeing each other.
Ray?
We just FaceTime each other. Yeah. Hey, you painted your face too.
You're like, hey, dude, you got a Fago on you right now?
Let me do a couple intros because I knew that was going to fucking turn out like that.
Oh, man.
You can find us Facebook Live, obviously, because we're on right now. Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, and iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
All those platforms.
How many comedians come on the show and then they start putting up like the iHeartRadio thing like in their resume and their bios? Like, oh, he's been heard on iHeartRadio. He's been seen on seen on Spotify.
I got a question about that too.
What's that?
Now, I'm in the World Series of Comedy.
Okay.
Every time it comes to one that I applied for.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in it?
No, I've talked to a couple people about it. I think maybe not this year, but next year I'll do some consideration for it.
But I got in it just so I could travel to Vegas, basically.
Okay.
And I put it in for the 3 local ones that I could actually get to: Indiana, Michigan, and Pine Farm.
Okay.
So I put in for those 3, and 2 other 3 I've been an alternate. So
in case somebody cancels, you get bumped on. Okay.
Right. So I haven't been on yet. And one of them's a funny farm. I'm going down there Wednesday and Thursday, just sitting there waiting in case somebody don't show up.
Okay.
And
wait, you don't even know if you're going on until the day of.
You do if you're already picked.
Right.
If you're an alternate, then you're just there to fill a spot.
Okay.
I didn't go to the other one because I'm not traveling to Indiana.
Yeah, but say you don't go to Indiana in case, just sit there.
Yeah. And then there's one in Michigan. They said, okay, you're in the top 40. But,
Is that at one
still
night
really
stands?
not.
Yeah.
because they could say you're an alternate in the
Yeah.
top 40 or whatever. My question is, did I pay $85 for nothing?
It's.
Do I get to put that little like a microphone by my picture?
I don't know, man. My way of thinking is this: you don't add something to your credits until you've actually done it yourself. So, like, I filmed my dry bar in January 2020 before the world shut down, and pandemic screwed everything up for every person and every business. So my special didn't come out until October 2021. So I didn't put on any of my flyers the dry bar logo until it came out, because hey, what if plans change, kind of thing? And I'm just going around being like, hey, I'm going to be on dry bar, which, don't get me wrong, I still did that.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm putting that on my flyers and I'm putting that on my resume and I'm putting that on my website and I'm doing this, hey, my thing on dry bar is coming out, and then it eventually never does come out on the dry bar platform, like I would have felt like a horse's ass, kind of thing. Man, it's...
See, I wouldn't do it until I made the top 100.
But you know what? I have a friend who was he was a quote-unquote guest star on a television show, and his scene ended up getting cut. But the way how royalties and everything work, because he did work for that show, and even though his scene got cut, he'll still get royalties for that episode.
Yeah.
So even though he never actually appeared on the show, it's hard to say, dude.
That's questions I have, But you know how young we are in this game. We
how
just
many
started.
people are also just lying about everything they do anyway? How many times you go on Facebook and somebody was like, we had another sold out show.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually you're on one of those shows and you're like, oh man, like what the hell happened? There's 8 people here. And then they post the next day, we had another sold out show. And you're like, oh, you're lying.
Yeah. I saw all 12 of them there.
All of you are lying.
Yeah.
We're all lying, and
I'll tell you if it's a sold out show, but if it's not a sold out show, I always say we had a great show.
yeah.
I never,
We had a fun audience. It was a good time. It was had by all.
But not sold out.
Exactly, yes, not sold out.
We are in Ashtabula. A lot of times we don't sell out. A lot of times Geneva's been hitting harder and harder.
Yeah.
On the lake where we have it.
Yeah.
Been doing better and better.
At the Cove?
I'm hoping for better this year. If you wanted a spot on that, I'll write you down for that. But,
oh, yeah, we'll talk.
Sometime July or August or something.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk.
That's Tuesday nights. I'm sure you're pretty available.
Usually, yeah. If I get it ahead of time, I can tell my wife not to work that night.
Right. So we are cool. All right, let me do one more promo and then we can bullshit. This Friday night, 40's Laugh Factory will be at Andres Party Center in Ashtabula. $10 a ticket. Food, if you want food, they got rigatoni dinners, $12. And we also have a tarot reader.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, from 6 to 8 before we get started.
Shout out
if you
to
want to
Tori.
have that done, come on down and let her pick a card out and read your future. She did it for me last Sunday night.
She told you to stop being a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah. She said that I got to work on my shit a little bit more instead of jacking off all the time.
About to say, put some of those deposits in safekeeping, because Jimmy, you might not be here.
And next month on, let's do the Saturday show. What's that? Where's it at?
Oh, that Saturday show is in Thompson, Ohio, at Primo de Loche. It's a coffee shop in Thompson.
We'll be doing that with Brandon White.
Yep, I'll be hosting that show. He'll be featuring Brandon White. Levi Davis is going to headline that one.
And we got a couple other shows in between there for Cleveland for Bill Squire also.
Yeah.
The 26th and the 31st, I believe.
26th will be at High and Dry in Tremont. And then the 31st will be at Brothers Lounge. Yep.
And then next month, our special show will be Wardy's Laugh Factory presents Bo Vance and at the Cove. A special show at the Cove. We've never done a show there that's not in the summertime.
Yeah.
So this is Bo Vance from West Virginia is coming down. We got
Good dude.
Skyler, Nick Stenko, myself, and Jason Montero. And we're going to have a good old time. Oh, we got Ray Hyclack.
Fuck that guy.
You know, somebody was like listening to you, being like, "Oh man, that sounds like a great show."
Yeah, they're like,
man.
"Oh shit, Ray
Moliterno, Jimmy Ward, Nick, Sky. Oh yeah, by the way, we got Ray. You know what? I've been meaning to take a Miralax. I better stay home. Ray Hyflax, if you're a wrestling fan, I'll be Mick Foley. He'll be my Al Snow for this entire episode.
Oh, I love Ray.
buddy.
Everybody loves Ray. He's a good guy. But that's what we got. You got anything coming? What do you got? I know you got next Saturday night.
Next Saturday night, I'm going to be at the Ashtabula Art Center for this year's show. Should be a good time. Tickets are still on sale. Tickets are $25. Show is at 7:45, I believe. So, and if you've never been to the Ashtabula Art Center, you really should be checking it out. Lori was nice enough to give me a tour back in December. I found some time to head up there, and I checked out the whole facility. And I mean, it's listen, if you're not going to the comedy show, you should try to just check out a show there at some point, whether it's a stage show, music venue, whatever. There's different spot, like there's a pottery room there.
Yeah.
For people to work on pottery. Like it's an all-around little art center.
Right.
You're like, something this nice and
I always,
a little hard.
It was really cool.
Only thing I had really seen advertised, I used to work with a guy that did theater up there.
Yeah, they do musicals and stuff like that. Yeah.
He was in that. We always told him he was gay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you work in a factory. Of course, that's going to be the reaction.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're working at the box factory and you're in plays, you queer. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm doing a show in Worcester in April. I got some other stuff. One Night Stands. I'm going to be there at the end of July, early August. I think it's July
Hopefully
30th, 31st, and
Hopefully
August
I'll be there
1st.
at the end of May.
Yeah. I'll be in Maryland at Give a Hoot Comedy Club in September.
Okay.
And then it hasn't been official yet, but I think it's Geneva, Wisconsin. I'll be at the theater out there in May.
Oh, you threw me off there.
Geneva, I'm starting to stomp on your territory out there.
Yeah, in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You could go anywhere in my territory. I like you, or it don't bother me. Some people it bothers me.
I get it. It's, you know, I used to do a lot of shows in Comic-Con, Jerry Jaffe and I, and we used to love doing those shows. And I understand where it's like, hey, someone else is doing a comedy show, and it's like there's only so much room here for comedy at a con, you know.
One guy put on a show here, tried to put on a show here at the new place they just built in the harbor, and actually it didn't go, but I put on there, you know, I'm from Ashtabula and I do comedy. I'd like, you know, maybe consider me for a 5-minute set or something, you know, or whatever, 10 minutes. But he's like, nope.
Yeah. Who, I mean, maybe you don't want to mention it. I was going to say who was on the show, but if you don't want to mention it, I get it. Jesse Perlamaro,
is that his name from, he used to be in Youngstown, now he's in Columbus.
Yeah, it starts with a P, Jesse.
Oh, Jesse Pimpinella.
Yeah,
he's featuring for...
Lee Mays was the head.
Lee Mays.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, Lee Mays just getting jobs wherever.
Yeah, hey.
It ain't his fault that it happened to be Ashtabula. That's why I didn't bitch. I just said, hey, I'm from here, and I'd like a spot.
And that's the thing, especially when you know the comics doing it, too. It's, hey, they're literally just trying to get booked. They're not trying to step on anyone's toes. It's... Let me reach out to any place that I possibly can reach out to see if they're interested.
Any kind of networking is worth it to do it.
Right? It was weird. Like 2 weeks ago, we were at the VFW in Jefferson, which is a little bit south of here. It's like 3 minutes from his house and 15 for me, right? We're doing it with Patrick Madison.
Yeah.
Which he lets me do a lot of stuff with him. I appreciate him so much. Mm-hmm. He gives me stage time at least once or twice a month now.
Okay.
Anyhow, I was talking to him. I'm like, damn it, Patrick, I fucking called this place and messaged him like 10 times to do a show. And you got it.
Yeah.
You know, I was messing with him. He's like, well, I'll tell you what. Usually when I do a show, they never invite me back. So you try to get them after that. Get out of here. Which usually they're like, no, that's my spot. You know.
Well, when I did my set on TBN, somebody reached out to me, and I don't feel comfortable naming names all the
Right.
time because I don't know who wants their business out there. But they were like, man, I emailed them like 6 times. And I was like, they're like, how did you get on? And I'm like, I sent a email, and they got back to me 1 week later. And sometimes that's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for me to tell you guys, hey, don't take it personally when a club's not responding to your email, because they're getting hundreds of emails a day. Sometimes, I mean, I don't doubt that they're getting 300-400 emails a day. But when it happens to me, now I'm taking it personal because it's happening to me.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to tell you, hey, Jimmy, man, don't worry about it, dude. You're just getting lost in the shuffle of the things. But when it's me, it's like, hey, no, fuck this. It's me.
These fucking assholes.
They should be putting up alerts when I email them, you know?
Yeah, this should be starred, favorited.
Yeah, exactly.
I booked a place on Warren when we first started.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And the guy got mad at me. He messaged me and he's like, this is my spot. And I'm like, I didn't know, dude.
Yeah.
The owner never said nothing to me. He said he had a guy that ran something else on Thursday night or something.
I think it was like a magic show or something.
No, it was like one of those game shows or whatever he was doing there.
Like a trivia night or something,
trivia
yeah.
night. And I'm like, I didn't know, dude. And I'm like, I'm gone. I'm going to get out of it now. And
Yeah.
I just started. I didn't know all the rules. I just knew that I don't want nobody stepping on me. I don't want to step on him. So he said, he was really
He was pissed.
bitchy with me. He was
pissed.
really mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry, dude, I didn't know. And I never took that job. And then we ended up doing a winery that night in Conneaut, Ohio, in March, outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
It was like
yeah.
70 degrees.
Oh, really?
God was watching over me.
Wow.
It was
So
windy
nice
as
about
hell.
backing
But,
out.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, God was not watching over me that night. I bombed that night.
You know why? Because you cannot do a joke in Conneaut, Ohio.
Yep, I could not. You know what though? I was cracking some good jokes last night at the table in Conneaut, Ohio. So maybe I'm okay now.
Okay.
You ever do anything in Conneaut?
You know what? I know for a fact I did a show in Conneaut. I think back to like during the pandemic, but other than that, I'm one of these guys that when I got started, I was like, how do people forget like where they actually perform?
Yeah.
But now I've been doing it for so long. I'm like, I literally walked into a place last year, got there, parked everything, walked in and looked around, and I was like, I think I did a show here.
Right.
I don't know, but I will say I have talked with other comics where sometimes you'll do a lot of the same cities or nearby cities or whatever, and like I used to stop at Red Roof Inns all the time because back in like again pre-pandemic, the Red Roof Inns really weren't that bad. Like they were clean-ish,
Yeah.
but they were also cheap and whatnot. So I was always looking for Red Roof Inns wherever I went. And there were times where I was like, okay, I definitely stayed at this Red Roof Inn before. But there were times where I got in, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've been in this room.
Yeah, this specific room.
I've been in this room at least one other time.
I always know that whenever we go to West Virginia.
Speaking of West Virginia, Bo Vance chimed in here.
What's up, Bo?
Bo?
He said, I featured for Dan in Farmville, North Carolina.
That's where, you know what, Bo? I saw your picture, and I know we worked together, and I know it wasn't in Ohio. I knew it wasn't West Virginia. But where was it again?
It was in Farmville, North Carolina.
Yes, that was it was a fun show. The owner of the venue was a nice guy, but he really thought he could turn Farmville, North Carolina into the next Vegas. That's right. Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He
guy.
did say you were hilarious as well.
Well, thank you, Bo. Back at you, man.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I've been following Bo. He's
And make
pretty
sure you
cool.
go check out Bo on April 17th. The doors open at 6. Show starts at 8. $10 per person in Geneva.
That's right. Look at that plug.
Bo, you bastard. I'm promoting your show more than mine. But actually, do you mind if we talk about my show a little bit?
No, you got the floor.
Awesome. So March 28th, it's been something I've been looking forward to for many, many months now. I think we signed the contract 8 or 9 months ago at this point. It's going to be at the Ashtabula Art Center. They're going to be doing a Last Comics Standing type contest before the show. They will do a live audience vote. People will take out their phones. They'll get an option on,
Yeah, it's like American Idol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll be able to do that during the intermission, and then after my set, they will announce who the winner is.
Cool.
$25 tickets.
$25 a ticket.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in Ashtabula. They've really been promoting it hard, and I hope they have great success. I'm sorry I can't be. I was going to be there, but then we got booked by Brandon, and now we can't go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll be in.
You will be missed.
We'll be in the boonies that
I hate
night.
for something to do comedy in Ashtabula and me not be there.
Well, we're gonna have some people that we know very well that are in the beginning portion of that last comic stand.
yeah, we know what 4 out of 6.
Yeah, yep.
So,
I'm blanking on some of their names here. Do you remember?
So Nick Stanko,
I
who
got
works
it
with us closely,
somewhere.
will be
Okay.
in that. Mike Shanks from Buffalo, New York. He's fantastic.
You know what? I
he's a
have
good
seen a
friend
video
of
of
ours.
his after I pulled him up after I saw those selections and thought he was very funny.
Yeah, he's
GW, you know her.
at GW now. yep.
I met GW at Hilarity's 51st Jokes, I think a year ago. Like, we've been Facebook
Really?
friends for a while, but we actually finally met in person.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought you would have met her way before that.
No, first time in person.
West Side
I seen her
Ken's
last
on
night.
that.
Westside Ken,
Yep.
I met him before. He's funny.
And then there's 2 other ones. Those are probably the other ones that we don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't remember her name.
I'm sure they're very
Ray
funny.
Something. There was another woman. I can't remember her name. But yeah, they're there.
Yeah, they're there. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fun show. I've been looking forward to this forever. So check it out, ashtabulaartcenter.com. Get your tickets. Again, only $25. The show starts at 7:45. They have the contest going on, and then I'll be doing my hour.
Hell yeah! And a lot of that stuff that you've been bringing to the masses is like clean stuff. What do you think is like the most like the things that you like to talk about most in your set? I guess.
So I say it like this. I happen to be a clean comedian.
Right.
I think everyone needs to be able to find their voice. I would love to be a dirty comedian.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think just for whatever reason, I don't think that way.
I see whenever you are in an atmosphere where you don't have to be clean.
Yeah.
You say something a little dirty, or you get a little smile on your face, like you're
also-
liking it.
Yeah. Well, it's also when, like, there's a difference between church clean, theater clean, club clean,
Right.
corporate clean.
Right.
Those are 4 different type of cleans right there. TV clean, different. Those are all different aspects of what potentially clean can be. So I mean, for club, it's like, yeah, I get to loosen up a little bit. I don't have to worry about something slipping out, whatever. Not that I worry about it when I'm doing a church or a corporate event,
Yeah.
but it's just a little bit.
I could never do a church event. That's for sure.
They can be fun.
Yeah.
They can be fun if you go in with the right mentality, you go in with the right approach. I have done quite a few good church events.
All my church people say, no way.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
like,
mean,
I can get you some clean comics. They're like, nope, they got to be saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost in order to get behind there.
well, dude, you got someone here now. So you got, but I'll say, like, what different parts of my career, as we'll call it in comedy.
Yeah.
I talk about different subjects. You know, I got started when I was 22 years old. My 16-year anniversary is going to be in a week and a half from now.
Nice.
So
Happy anniversary.
Congrats.
Thank you. So it's like, you get started and you're just trying to figure it out, and you're just saying literally anything that you think is funny.
Yeah.
And things that got a laugh. You look back a couple years later, you're like, holy cow, that was horrible.
Yeah, I've been there.
That was terrible. But what I predominantly do now is I talk about being married, having kids, family life, growing up, figuring out life, work, just the more relatable subjects.
Yeah. The Batman wedding,
Thank you. Yeah. That's
My favorite one, I think, is whenever you screw up the name of your brother.
oh yeah. That's it's a joke. Well, the joke is. My brother intentionally writes down a wrong name at his
that's what it was.
graduation, and so they announced Dan is gay in front of thousands and thousands of people. But yeah, comedy is a spectrum,
Yeah.
and you have to figure out what your voice is. You have to figure out what you're supposed to be talking about. You have to figure out what is going to resonate with other people.
Yeah, everybody has their lane. Right?
Yeah, like Bill Cosby, and I know it's probably a worse person to start with, but Bill Cosby did a completely
Bill Cosby's
different style.
comedy is still his comedy.
Right. Well, I'll take a step back in that direction for a second. But like Bill Cosby has a completely different style than, say Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg has a completely different style than Louis C.K. Louis C.K. has a different style than Richard Pryor, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
And we're not saying that none of these people aren't funny, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like Cosby was one of those big, long, drawn-out storytellers, and then Mitch Hedberg was setup, hook, punchline, new joke in 12 seconds.
Correct, yeah.
And same thing with someone like Stephen Wright. So what
Stephen Wright's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've been following him since like 88.
Yeah. Him and you know who never gets enough credit is Emo Phillips.
Yeah.
I love Emo Phillips. He was such a goofball, and he was. I forgot what album it was, but it's my all-time favorite opening joke, where he goes, "It really ruins your day when you have to murder a loved one because they're the devil." Other than that, today's been okay. It's my all-time favorite.
Damn, that hurts my feelings. I thought your favorite joke would be my anal bead start off.
It's a close second. I'm sure it's but I will say, and because this is another conversation that comes up, not just with comedy, but with art in general.
Yeah.
Where, can people look past your art? And like the one person I've been able to do that with is Hulk Hogan. Like Hulk Hogan turned out to be a garbage human being, but I still found myself being able to go back and watch his matches and his old movies and whatnot, and still enjoying them like I did as a kid.
Yeah, you can separate art from the artist for sure. Yeah.
Now
Some people never can, but
some people can't. But where I have a hard time, like I grew up thinking Bill Cosby was the funniest man on the planet, and I loved him. I have a hard time laughing with monsters, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's where, listen, Hulk said some messed up stuff, probably had some messed up beliefs. Let's just be frank and honest. What Cosby actually did was horrible.
right.
And it's one of those things where, do you ever just have that coworker you hate?
Yeah.
And everyone else might like him, but it's like you just look at him like
everybody hates
this
the same
sack
guy.
of shit. And he might actually be a funny guy. And he goes in there and he's cracking jokes and everyone's laughing, but in the back of your mind
You're just like, I can't stand
this
Yeah.
guy.
I know that guy.
How does anyone think this guy's funny?
I know that guy.
Yeah, it's I'm about to say you've had him headline some of your shows here. But you get what I mean, where it's you because of your disdain for that person, you actually can't enjoy what they're doing. And with somebody when he has done what he's done, it's really hard to look at him and be like, and it sucks. Every once in a while, I'll be driving down the road and like I'll hear something and it reminds me like this old chocolate cake bit about feeding his kids chocolate cake in the morning, and it's like I get a chuckle out of it, and it's like it sucks that I don't get to laugh at this
Right.
anymore.
I get that.
Like, and
I get that.
But, and like I said, I get the chuckle out of it because it reminded me of being a kid,
Right, your
enjoying it.
childhood,
But now it's like, man.
So you're pretty much telling me, who are your 3 favorite comics? These are some of our standard questions.
And I get that. Right now, Dave Chappelle, Shane Gillis, and Stavros.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I think those are the 3 guys that I look at and I
Dave
just go.
Chappelle's funny as hell.
Yeah, and I'm just like, whatever they put out, I'm watching.
Yeah, those are those are like the right now they're killing it type motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
I love Shane Gillis. I love Stabby too. Stabby's fucking good.
And it took me a while to get around on Stabby, because and maybe I'm just an appearancist.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like the first couple of times I had ever seen anything about him, it was the bald head guy missing a tooth, and I was like, how is anyone taking this guy seriously? And then finally something came across my thing, and I'm like, all right, I'll watch. And someone was telling me about it, and I was like, this guy is hilarious. How did I not?
I think I can relate to him a little bit. I'm just like, those ugly guys, we do okay.
like I said, like Shane Gillis is just out there. He's killing it. He's doing a great job. And then Chappelle. It's there's people that don't like him. There's people that hate him. I understand why people get upset with him. But I do
pushes
think
boundaries, right? Yeah.
He certainly does. I don't know. I still enjoy his stuff. I think Killing Them Softly is one of the greatest specials to this day ever put up. That I point out, Killing Them Softly is just one of the best overall specials. Patrice O'Neal's Elephant in the Room, I think, is the best example of stage presence you will see out of any comedy special. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
Have you?
I think I've seen some of it, not the whole thing.
It's on, I believe it's on YouTube. And, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
But you feel like he's filling that large stage, not just with his frame.
Yeah.
But you feel like he's just up there having a conversation with 10,000 people or whoever many
he's
people.
Great. Yeah, Patrice is great.
I'm trying to think who else. I know you only asked for 3. I've always loved Kathleen Madigan. I've always thought she was just excellent. Who's really killing it right now, and maybe I have to bump someone out of the top 3? Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
Yeah. He.
I don't know if you know Bill Baranke, but him and I talk on the phone.
We just worked together
the
other day, a couple weeks ago.
Okay, yeah. Him and I talk on the phone quite a bit, and usually it's, hey, did you see what Josh Johnson put out? And it's like, because sometime between 2 to 6 weeks, he's putting out another between 20 to 60 minute video of him on stage doing new material. It's unbelievable.
How do you do that?
The world moves fast right now.
He does. He's a fast rate. He's a very quick-witted, very intelligent young man. And
I'm trying to think of the guy's name that's a little bit smaller than that, but I love him. What's his name, Jimmy? That guy I always talk about.
Oh, you're talking about Dale Jones, I think.
Yeah.
Is his name?
Oh, Dale Jones out of Kentucky?
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
He probably has no memory of me whatsoever, but I opened for him back in 2011, I want to say, when I first started really getting into comedy and for taking it seriously and whatnot. I emceed for him at what was Junior's Comedy Club in Pennsylvania.
It's Keller's, yeah.
It's Keller's,
He was just there a couple weeks ago, Keller's.
Yeah, and I had never heard of him before this, and him and Pablo Francisco are probably the 2 best examples I can point to of audiences squealing.
Yeah.
Not even laughing, people legitimately holding their stomach and bending over and making noises. It wasn't just laughter. It was, and then he has one of my favorite jokes. He's like, it's like my daddy used to tell me, if you cut off all your fingers in wood shop, you're going to flunk typing. That's one of my all-time favorite.
That is great.
And then
He just cracks me up with little shit like that, man. I don't know.
And what was awesome was you see him and he gets off stage and he's just drenched in sweat because he's going nonstop for that hour. And then it's like the second show comes around, he's got a new shirt on. He cleaned himself up, and then by the end of that second show, again, just totally drenched.
But that's somebody I watch a lot. I think it fits my kind of comedy. You know how my kind of comedy is. You know what I mean? It fits better with what I'm thinking of,
Oh, yeah.
Gives me better ideas. I don't know. I usually watch a lot of small timers. I've been watching what's her name from Dayton lately that was on Kill Tony.
Oh, Layla Ingalls, yeah.
Okay.
I met her last week. It's a funny farm.
Funny?
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Good.
Because you never do know when you go on Kill Tony that if they get the golden ticket because they had one good minute.
Yeah.
Are they really that good?
Well, listen, I don't watch Kill Tony. You can't help but to notice clips because it's a very popular show. I just have a hard time watching other comedy. Not that I'm so if I'm watching it, there must be great. That I'm holding myself on some kind of high pedestal of what I like is considered great comedy or whatnot. But I just have a hard time watching it because I'm very critical of myself and then others.
Me too.
But there's things about the show Kill Tony that I think are great. That hey, it's a massive comedy platform.
Yeah.
That some of these people otherwise probably wouldn't get. Some people I know who have been on there who are very funny. They get their 60 seconds of fame, but that leads to one of the guys I worked with in Tampa. He went on, and I think his video got like 1.5 million views, like very positive. 1.5 million views too. Like this guy
like
killed it.
Overwhelmingly, like everybody thought he did well. Yep.
Yeah, and it's I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know how much that truly helps him, but hey, for a little bit there, he got the shine, and he's a good dude.
I think it helps you a little bit with bookings and stuff locally when you go back home.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, how many people are adding? Like you mentioned, how many people are adding "Kill Tony" to their credits?
Yeah,
and it's like, hey, all that you happened was you stood outside with 300 other people, and your name happened to get called.
You got pulled out of the bucket. Yeah,
or I bet you some people put to "Kill Tony" and they never even made it. They were just there.
So
they lied.
I mean, that's one of the things too. It's I know people that have made up credits. I know people that have exaggerated certain credits. It was like, hey, tell them I was on ABC. And it was like, oh man, what'd you do on ABC? I was on the news. They did a story on you? No, like I was walking past them.
Yeah, somebody in my neighborhood got stabbed.
Yeah. I wasn't even being interviewed. You just saw me,
walking through.
Yeah.
One guy,
that's crazy.
One guy I worked with, and he was a super good dude, and he's really funny. I was looking at his credits, and he makes a joke about it, but he was like, hey, he's been on ABC, Fox, CBS, NBC, Hulu, and I'm like, he's been on all these platforms. I was like, what did you do? And he goes, oh, I played college football. I was like, wow, like, were you like really, really good? Like, am I this out of the loop? He goes, well, what I used to do, like, let's say you were the coach, if he was on the sidelines, he would just stand behind the coach, knowing that at some point the camera is going to be. And I'm like, oh, you're a genius.
Start waving at the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's.
So he was just like, back up to the college football.
Yeah, and like I did years ago. I want to say it was like 2016. It had to have been 2016. Maybe it was 2015. I went to Detroit for America's Got Talent and opened my eyes to see how it actually works, because you're not going on a stage in front of 10,000 people in a big theater. You're going to the Cobo Event Center, and you're waiting hours to perform in front of a producer who, I'm in there with like 10 or 12 other acts.
Yeah.
And then afterwards he was like, all right, we'll give you guys a call in April, as he's putting like all of our applications in the same trash bin. He just put his Burger King, wrapper in. And I saw some people there, and like one guy was a dancer, and he had like a t-shirt made up of like all the things that he's been seen on. And I'm like, all right, cool. But like, how many people remember you from any of that stuff?
Right.
And yeah, how many people have gone on Kill Tony, bombed, use it as credit, but like nobody, that's why it's like, hey, it's how many, you can get the followers, but at the same time, you got to get them in the clubs.
The thing that resonates me with me from Kill Tony is actually a joke that Bill Squire did recently, where he says, "What's that show about the autistic people looking for love and acceptance?" Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I heard him do that one last
That's
week.
a good joke.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think about it sometimes, but there are some people that really break through with it.
Yeah. Hey, and quite frankly, good for them. You found your audience, and
basically it's going to cost me $400 or $500 to go down there and just fuck off for a couple days. I've never been to Texas. I've never been on a plane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some fun. Fuck it. If I don't get picked, I don't get picked.
I mean, that's kind of the way you have to go about doing it. If you're going to go down there just for that go with it. Like, hey, I'll have some fun in Texas, but
you know that from the time that we started wasn't very long ago.
Yeah.
You met me when I was like 6 months in and doing it. And I was so scared to do a performance in front of you.
In front of me?
Yeah.
Really?
He told me about that. He's like, I didn't want to bomb in front of Dan Brown.
Dan Brown bombed in front of Dan Brown. That was No, I remember it was one of those things where
It was toast we did.
you reached out to me at some point, just saying like, "Hey, I'm thinking about running a show. What would your rates be?" And I just threw out a rate, and you're like, "Oh, maybe we can talk." And then I didn't hear anything from you, and that's
You've done
happens.
You've done 3 shows with me.
I have, yes. But I'm talking about like when we first got acquainted, and then I'm like, oh, well, I think this is the guy that reached out to me, and we met, and...
You got to remember the first 6 months I started, I was drinking still.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I had
that's
a bad
right.
memory. I still do.
Yeah. How long you been not drinking? You've been...
I've been sober for
2 years, 2 months.
2 years, 2 months.
Good job, man. That's awesome. 2 years, 2 months.
So I'm still not the greatest on writing this shit down. Like I screwed up because I'm actually taking high clack off that flyer.
I forgot about that. That's right.
I promised it to Ryan Rogers like a month before.
Wait, is he hosting now? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Oh, that's funny. I was going to say, what, you're hoping to sell a few more tickets?
Don't worry, everybody. Ray's not on the show.
It'll be great. Ray's going to be
It doesn't matter,
cutting a promo on me like a pro wrestler. Did you ever see when Stephen A. Smith did that podcast all about what a fat piece of shit Jason Whitlock is?
Yeah.
Like that's what Ray's going to be doing. On the show.
Yeah,
It's
9
like,
o'clock.
Listen, Dan Brown, you hacky dumb piece of shit.
Did you ever see the thing where me and him were playing a game of horse?
No.
God.
Well, Ray was the commentator of it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, this had to go well. No,
And we did like a promo to start it off like wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not
just-
see this at
I was
all.
just like, he took performance-enhancing drugs.
You still got that tape?
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
We'll show it to you after the show.
I'll look forward to
So
it.
I came up like, my son is a fucking loser. He never fucking won nothing in his life. He sucks at all sports, all this other shit.
Yeah.
Then he comes up like, because I take a Vicodin from my back.
Mm-hmm.
He's what'd you say, Jimmy?
I said that you were on performance-enhancing drugs, and I was like, and I said Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame, Mark McGuire isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Jimmy Warren ain't going to be in the Hall of Fame either.
Anyhow, it was a cute little promo.
Yeah, and
Then he ended
I
up
kicked his
beating me
ass.
at basketball.
I kicked his ass.
I mean, I figured that was going to happen. You're much younger.
Actually,
and not on Vicodin.
Yeah, not yet.
actually, he made every shot that I made. That's what killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got the letter H on me.
Wow.
Bang bang.
I think we need a rematch.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it.
They should do that like a year. Actually, W. Scott and John Brown and myself have talked about something in the past because John is adamant that he believes he can kick a field goal.
Oh yeah.
He
Okay.
believes he can kick a field goal.
many
And
yards?
we were going to...
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what's
I
the
forgot
yardage on
exactly
that?
how many yards, but Scott and I don't believe him. And I actually found a location where we could do it. And I also wanted to set up like a punt, pass, kick competition and get other comedians in it too.
Oh, that'd be fun.
To see like how many we could. And I don't think it's going to happen, so I don't mind spoiling what my big surprise was going to be. And I asked him at Pete's wake, Funny Stuff Pete's wake. I asked Matt Onesti if he would like to compete. Matt's in a wheelchair. He was open to it. He was, and I was like, I really
I
wanted.
figured he'd be open to
I
it.
wanted to ask you in person. So,
Oh,
and
my
please feel
God.
free to tell me like no, and and tell me I'm awful for thinking it. And he was like, no, I think we might be able to do it. And actually, can I tell? It's one of my favorite stories involving Matt. And I just saw Eric Thompson this last week at Funny Stop when I went to go hang out there. And I've known Eric for a long time. He's a good dude. And Eric used to run the Warren Comedy Club. And there have been different reiterations of the Warren Comedy Club as time went on. But when I was first really starting working and taking it really seriously, a friend of mine was featuring there. And Eric had Dan Long helping him run out. And Dan was like, Dan Brown did great at Funny Farm. Why don't you have him come out? He'll get in front of Eric. He'll do a set. I haven't talked to Eric about it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And, so I canceled the show that I was going to do to go out there. And meanwhile, this is why it's important that you talk to people that you're running shows with. Eric had given Matt a set. And Eric was running a very professional style show. Host, feature, headliner with one guest set. Not making this an open mic, not making it a showcase. So I get there, and for Matt, like, they made a ramp. Like, there's a ramp. And part of me in the back of my head is like, well, maybe they'll still give the guest set to me. And somebody was like, Dan, they took out 2 tables to put a ramp in here. So, and then so I'm in the back of the room as Matt's just killing it. I'm like, it's not that funny. I'd like to see him tell these jokes without the chair.
I'd like to see him stand up.
But I mean, so I get the credit where credit's. And Matt, and I've always had such great respect for him. He's such a good dude.
I don't know him that well. We were in a contest that he was.
Yeah, we did that contest last year.
And we met him, but
in Warren.
Yeah,
well,
in asking him
to
bring us up, but he never does. So
I can't say enough nice things about him. But
I'm just joking. He's still a nice guy. I don't care.
And then
you can't get booked everywhere.
But here's the thing: as I'm telling Eric that story, Eric didn't know that was happening. Like, and he had never heard that story from my point of view. Like, he doesn't remember it, and because it's not like I went there and I threw a big stink or anything.
Right.
I'm not like this unprofessional jerk or anything.
Right.
You know. And I'm also not going to be mad at a guy who never promised me a set in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's just kind of hearsay almost. Like, it's like, yeah, we're going to give you this probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, and he had other plans already in place, kind of thing. So he actually never knew that stuff, and he kind of felt bad. I was like, Eric, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it's just like the circumstances ended up that way, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Jimmy, keep talking to him.
I'll be right back. You're like, I need a fucking cigarette. What do you think is like the biggest show you've ever done? Like, whether it be like the one you're most proud of or the largest audience you've ever had?
So, you know, here's the thing I get jealous of. In 16 years, my biggest audience has been 425 people. That's it. And I know other guys who have done a couple thousand, whatnot, and I'm happy for them.
Yep.
I'm thrilled for them. For whatever reason, any other time where it's like, hey, I get to do more than 400 or whatever, it's something falls apart at the end. You just, I've noticed very Murphy's Law kind of thing.
I can't do that.
I talk a lot about drybar, and it's been 6 years since I performed it, but it's something I'm proud of. You know, it is something that it has helped my career. I would say in the past, maybe with respect to like comedy clubs and whatnot.
Yeah,
but other types of venues and whatnot, it's, oh wow,
accolade is the accolade, right?
Yeah, like we were talking about, like the Kill Tony credit. You know, how many people they see that they go, you know, bartender, or, you know, the guy who owns a bar might listen to Kill Tony, and he was like, oh wow, this guy's been on Kill Tony. We'll definitely have him here.
Yeah, get his ass here. Yeah.
Exactly, and they don't realize like who they're booking because there's been literally hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, exactly. Like you, that guy might have been on Kill Tony and just did a whole minute of farting. Who knows?
Exactly. So I mean, there's different ways to view that kind of stuff, and then like how many people use Don't Tell for credit?
Yeah,
but Don't Tell never published any of their stuff or never even recorded their show.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I was on Don't Tell because I know the producer of Don't Tell. So.
And I'm not trying to knock them, because Don't Tell runs great shows.
Oh no, absolutely.
I loved the one I was on.
Yeah, exactly. They do a great job running shows, and they do a great job, you know, I don't know how they advertise. I don't know how they get people to find out where they're going to be. But they do whatever they do a hell of a job.
They make it work somehow.
Yeah. I mean, one of my biggest shows, and it's one of those things where it's like I pat myself on the back, and it's, you know, first time getting a headlining weekend at Funny Stop was a big deal for me, because it's like, okay, I came full circle here.
Yeah, and that was your home club, right?
Yeah. I did. I headlined Dave Swenson's comedy workshop, and I was like, hey, I took the class. I emceed it a few times. He even gave me a set. I think one other show where I wasn't a person on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like the person who paid to do the workshop wasn't able to make the showcase. So
so you subbed in.
I know I did it once. I might have done it twice, but oh shit. I'm trying to think what other like I'm Like that's become a bigger thing to me. Like C-Bars was a big deal to me because C-Bars was one of the first places that paid me to do comedy. And then a couple years ago, I went back there and I closed it out.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was.
I featured there 2 years in a row, so.
Yeah, yeah. And like I'm trying to think when I got started, I don't know, when I got started, Sabo wasn't booking the openers. Someone else was. So I got booked to open by a couple different people, and it's like, okay, I did my, 20 minutes up front, whatever it was. And they went well. Happy time, whatever, good show. But then like going back there, and it's like my name was on the thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, it's a bar in Madison, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's my career's not going to take off because of this.
No.
It's not going to plummet because of this. But it's a place that gave me one of my first.
Right.
Yeah. So you feel that like gratefulness for it for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's how I feel about that one we were talking about, that big one there.
that one right there.
Yeah. It's just like special to my heart.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's where like I'll tell people too
Oh,
when it
gotta
comes
grab
to comedy.
I ain't smoking. I'm just grabbing a pop.
Where it's, every once in a while, like a new comic will ask me for advice, and this is just a little bit of advice I give. You need to get on stage and just talk into a microphone. You need to say the things you think are funny. There's no other shortcut for it. You need to write. You need to figure out what your writing style is. You need to figure out what your voice is. Kind of 2B, like that's 2A. 2B would be try to write clean. And that's more so of a business perspective. Because, hey, a clean 5 minutes is going to get you work at pretty much almost any should get you work at most clubs because they want a clean open.
Yeah, you want some kind of diverse portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So.
Understand that, hey, just because you started before someone else doesn't mean that you're always going to be above that person.
Right, right.
Because, think of it like this. How many people, when you were like 6 months in, did you think, man, this guy's been doing it for a couple years, I'm better than him?
Right, right.
But you know what's going to happen? Somebody who's 6 months in is going to see you at a show and think, man, the cycle's going to repeat itself over and over.
It'll always continue, right?
It's also one of those things where I'm like, I did the wrong thing. I got the website and I got the business cards before I even had an act. I just tell people, hey, I know you're excited. Hold off. Make sure you're videotaping every set. You got to make sure you're actually watching it. Here's a big one. Treat every show that you do like it's an audition. Okay, because you're auditioning in front of literally everyone on that show to potentially use you on different shows. You're auditioning to come back to that show. Every goal should have a set, and every set you should take something away and learn something. Especially early on.
Yeah.
And
that's something I gotta get better at recording. So
I gave you the stand now. You're good to go.
Yeah, you.
I bought a new one today.
Yeah, and then and like we were talking before, microphones. If you have a good phone, hey, use your phone, plug the microphone in, just start using that until you can get an actual video camera to use. I'm trying to think what the other thing was. Mailing, like actually, when you start finding a demographic that you fit in with. Start trying to actually make those people fans. Like when I was doing the Comic-Cons, at first I was like, oh, this is great. I do a lot of comic book material. I'll get into these Comic-Cons for free. That's really all I wanted.
Right.
And then I was like, oh man, I'm selling a bunch of merch. I'm like, I just want to sell a bunch of merch and get into Comic-Con for free. What I should have been doing was focusing on all these people who are coming up after the show. Let me get your email address.
Yeah.
Add me on Facebook. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Please, anything that keeps us connected. Because there's a few people that I have been lucky enough from the Comic-Con days who have followed me. And I don't know if we're friends, but, they're still liking my posts. Yeah. They're still commenting on things. Every once in a while I get a message, hey, I saw you at, so-and-so Comic-Con at this time. And it's like, oh, of course I remember you. You're one of my first real fans. Like you're not somebody I knew going into it, not somebody I was related to. But like you're one of the first people that, like, I want to see more of this guy. Trying to think what other... and just get used to rejection.
Yeah.
And understand that in 2026, it's, don't buy followers.
Oh, no.
Do not buy followers. Do not buy views.
You can do that.
You can buy followers?
Yes, but don't do it, because you know what's going to happen if it doesn't happen organically. Instagram's going to look at you and go, well, this dude bought 10,000 followers last time. Let's just keep pushing his stuff down until he wants to buy another 10,000.
It's just gonna screw you in the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of false follows. And I was talking with Jesse Pimpinella about it, and I forgot who it was, and probably shouldn't say their name in the first place. But he was like, the comedy club he was working at booked them, and they got like 9 million followers on TikTok, but they couldn't even get 20 people in the door. Right. Like, you gotta understand, just because they're following you on social media doesn't mean they're buying your tickets. And Chris Gethard recently did something on a podcast where he was like, you don't need 10 million followers. You need 1,000 people who love you.
Yeah. I can kind of relate to that personally. So I have 26,000 followers on Facebook.
That's amazing.
From shit posting.
Yeah.
Not from stand-up comedy.
About to say, that's about 24 to 23,000 more followers than you.
So I'm trying to find a way how I can translate my dumb posts into, hey, watch my comedy videos that I put up.
Yeah.
So that's the next step for me. So I can see where that's the difference.
Yeah. Right? And you know what? And listen, you got to learn. It's wrong to use AI to create your art for you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But use AI, to better understand, hey, how do I get this stuff in front of people? Now you're doing research.
Yeah. At that point,
essentially, it's a Google search.
You're doing basically. You're thinking about algorithm, ways to make it work. Basically, find a way to get retention. Yeah. Like we were talking about before the show, with making sure you have that great caption for the video that you're posting.
Yeah.
So something like that is fine. But if, in my opinion, if you're putting out a fucking flyer that's all made in ChatGPT, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, and also at the same time, it's like you deserve all the criticism that you get when you do that too, because it's good. So I did a show back in October. It was 2 shows actually at this one venue somewhere in Michigan, and I didn't really notice the flyer, because it's like you see so many pictures of yourself that you don't see pictures of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like it's there. Yeah.
So I find the place where they're doing the show, and I'm looking at the flyer, and my wife, she goes, hey, did they add legs to your picture? And I'd never noticed, because it's just me, and I'm like, my headshot doesn't have legs. They added legs. And then I'm looking at it deeper, I'm like, who the fuck is this man? The face was different and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like it was almost you, right?
Yeah, and I said something to the venue when I got there. Not mad or anything.
Yeah, but you're just like, hey.
And I think I may have embarrassed this person on another thing. Make sure your headshots are close to being up to date too. So, because I got what the.
He loves this picture so much.
I mean, that's a picture.
He's in love with himself. He has a problem.
But
that bitch is selling though. People want that picture.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, on their wanted signs. Don't let this man in here signs.
Yeah.
Can you guys see this? Is that popping up there? We're like 20 seconds delayed here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you see this picture here? He's holding what I'm assuming is a hot dog. Or a cheeseburger. That's a cheeseburger.
I think it was a slider.
It's a slider. So he's holding a slider. I'm going to assume there's French fries in here. That's you. Yep, that's you. You're looking in the background.
Yep.
Who took the picture?
That was
Skylar. Okay. Well, I mean, it's...
That's my new fucking picture.
He wants to sell that picture with his autograph for $5 a piece. He's in love with himself. He has a problem.
I don't know if you'll get $5. Like, you might... Unless it's one of those, like, hey, the show's free, but it's, it's $10 fucking bucks to leave.
You think I'm really going to do that?
Yes. Yes.
I can see you doing it. You're dumb.
So, this is going to bring me to this. How much time we got? We're
over it now.
I thought so. This is called the mental ward.
Yes.
Do you have any mental problems that's been diagnosed by a psychiatrist?
Oh yeah. So
I really thought he was going to say no.
no, well, I mean, I've been in and out of therapy pretty much my whole life,
Yeah.
and this therapist I've seen for the past couple years, somebody I really enjoy her work and whatnot. On our second visit, whatever it was, second appointment. That's when she was like, I can diagnose you with anger, depression, anxiety, and like just all these things, like just boom, 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 boom. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it checks out, right?
It was, so my son has been actually diagnosed with autism.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things where what happened was I'm watching, the show Squire was actually making fun of the autistic people falling in love show.
Yeah.
Love on the Spectrum, I think?
Yes, yep.
And I'm watching it with my wife. And, people are getting a chuckle out of it. It's a heartwarming show, too. And I'm like, well, that's not that weird. I do that. And then a couple minutes later, like, well, that's not that weird. I do that, too. And then after, like, the fifth or sixth one, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, I got autism too, dude.
But I think what's going to happen is we're going to learn again more about the spectrum and how we're all kind of somewhere. But it was one of those things where I'm like, all right, so I got the have to wash your hands a million times. Autism. I got the watching pro wrestling and almost being 40 years old aspect of it. Growing up, I loved the Indians so much. I memorized all the stats on the baseball cards.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I definitely can see where some of that stuff was. But I'm looking at my son, and he's very Sheldon Cooperish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's very intelligent, but there's a lot of things that he just doesn't know how to regulate and doesn't know how to emote. And that was one of those where I was like, hey, we should probably at least see if we can get him tested for something. And it's just good to know and have resources.
And it's good to know these things early on, right? Yeah. So, I know that I have autism, but I didn't know it until I was in my 20s.
I still didn't know it till just now.
You fucking know it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had fucking autism.
Come on, dude. Yes, you do.
But it's like the meme that went around too for a while, like when more and more people kind of started self-diagnosing them with that, and it was like because it's biological, it can be passed. I don't know if it all is, but anyway, where somebody was like, the father is like, nobody. I don't have it, and then they go in their basement and they play with their trains. For
Exactly. Here's my model train collection. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was one of those, and again, my son is super smart, and Jeff Blanchard had a great joke. I'm not trying to diagnose his son or anything, but it reminded me of something of my son, where his son has this IQ of 140, and he was like, hey, Dad, I left my shoes at the movie theater. Because that's my son to a T.
Right.
I turned on the Netflix dinosaur documentary. I don't know if you had a chance to watch that yet, with Morgan Freeman narrates. Friggin' incredible. I turned it on, and my son's just glued to the TV, and he is hyper focused on learning every single thing that they're telling him, and then he's asking me questions, and I'm like,
you're just like,
I don't know, dude.
What did they say your IQ was?
I think it was 130 or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mine's 6.
Yeah. I'm pretty smart for a dumbass, I guess.
Yeah. But my son also he hyper focuses on the weather. Loves learning about the weather.
He did too.
The Titanic. He loves the Titanic. He loves learning about the Titanic.
I used to watch the Weather Channel when I was a kid. I would watch it for hours, and I wanted to be a meteorologist when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yep.
And now I just tell shit and cum jokes on stage. So life's great.
I don't know if they can see it on camera. I'm petting cats right at my feet.
Yes.
Everyone's like, what, is he massaging his balls? No, I'm petting a cat.
I think that whenever they do the YouTube shot, it goes like that.
Oh, okay.
But okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Let us know one more time where you're gonna be next Saturday and anything else you want to talk about.
On March 28th, I'm going to be at the Ashtabula Art Center. You can get your tickets at ashtabulaartcenter.com. Tickets are $25 a piece. Showtime is going to start at 7:45. Get there for the last comic standing style contest that they will be having before then. I'm also, I don't know if it's on their website yet, but I'm going to be at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan from July 30th to August 1st. I'm also going to be in Gaithersburg, Maryland in September at Give a Hoot Comedy Club. Follow me on at danbrowncomedy.com, Dan Brown Comedy on YouTube, Facebook, Dan Brown on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you are watching this, go to YouTube, type in Dan Brown Drybar Comedy. Just give it a like, comment, haha, very funny. Comment, this guy sucks. I don't care. Your mean comments do the same thing positive comments do. They all work the algorithm the same way.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We can talk all you want to talk.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Too much over. Okay. Once again, we thank you all for watching the Mental Ward Show, and we will be back next week. And Jimmy should be up standing already, shutting this bitch down.
Oh, okay.